Well, as the number of infections slowly increases in Africa, countries across the continent have stepped up their proactive measures and enhanced their capacity to test for the COVID-19 virus.
Right, I think what a lot of people are curious about, Juenya, is the situation on the ground in China right now. I mean, we've heard a lot of reports around the quick response by the Chinese authorities to contain, also the building of hospitals to ensure those who are infected can be treated, and all of that. So help us to understand the situation right now on the ground, particularly in Wuhan.
The Chinese government, it's been taking very decisive measures to control this virus, and it proves to be very effective. The Chinese government has put Wuhan and Hubei, the whole province, under lockdown, and it also put on some restrictions on the movement of people outside of this province, and things turn out to be very positive now because with the drop of those numbers, we can say that China is gradually containing this epidemic.
So let's talk now about the impact of coronavirus on the Chinese economy. We, track world economies here and just focus on the impacts and things that are happening, stresses that could cause negative impacts on the economy. Tell us first about the impact on the Chinese economy.
I have to admit, sadly, it does impose a negative impact on the Chinese economy because of these measures the government has been taking, the lockdown of the whole province and also the restrictions on people's movement. The Chinese government actually, they've been rolling out measures to encourage the resumption of businesses.
Right.
And many businesses and companies in those low-risk regions and areas, actually, they've been resumed to normal levels operations. Like I said, my friends and colleagues, they've been gone back to work. I think things will be improving. And, China is also the engine of the world economy. It's dubbed as the engine of the world economy. It contributes to almost 1/3 of the world.
And just on that point, Juenya, you mentioned the impact of in China of the economy internally, but in terms of the world economy, how can we start to quantify the impact that coronavirus has?
Yes, and according to what I know, some small and medium enterprises here in Zimbabwe and also tourism business, actually they've been already complaining, about they couldn't go to China to buy their supplies, but I think I think it's just temporary because this epidemic is still there. Safety must come first, but the Chinese economy is very resilient, and according to the figures from the International Monetary Fund, China's economy will go back on track in the second quarter. So I think we need to have confidence. Yes, and things be improving, and those businesses, they've already come back to operations. And I think it will just need a few while, and I think everything will be fine.